Beetle Universe, be prepared, because we're gonna tell you a wonderful story of a larvae. Oh god, it's moving, as you can see. It's crawling from the leaves in the woods. In this episode of Beetle Universe, we will show you a story of a larvae from its larvae state into its pupa state. So I hope you can bear with us, and we will tell you the secret of the Beetle Universe. What a normal day, a normal sunny day for the plants, for the people, and for the animals. I'm just literally watering the plants, but suddenly, something I noticed behind these leaves, under the compost soil in my backyard. Something crawling. Something is alive down there. Crawling and crawling and crawling. As you know, I have some compost soil in my backyard for fertilizer because I used to plant vegetables and other kinds of plants. And I use it as a fertilizer for my other kinds of vegetables and plants. As I notice, something is moving around that soil, so I quickly dig it. I'm glad I checked it because I saw something cute and wonderful for me. And I'm glad I checked. Yes, it is. It's a beetle larvae. Sorry, Beetle Universe, but I gonna cut this part and tell you a story of a beetle. Its species name is Oricite rhinoceros. So this is what they call the pest in the farmland of coconut trees. It is quite found in Southeast Asia. It is called an invasive species because it can multiply into a lot of numbers in a period of time. And it's called the pest because it just terrorized the coconut trees of the coconut farmers. Because the larvae of it literally eats in decaying coconut wood, and the adults, they feed on the coconut crown into the coconut sap of the tree. Once they enter that part, the following leaves that will sprout out will be kind of destroyed, and it cannot be used anymore. So we have some news about that beetles, and so you can see that's how they look in the wild. They usually eat raw sawdust or fermented sawdust, but for Oricite rhinoceros, they can eat anything. Sadly, in those parts of region, Oricite rhinoceros is a pest ready to be terminated at all times. But in some parts, beetles are used to be eaten because of their high quality content. Some tribes eat it and some people eat it too. But quite sadly, some people trap it and drown it because it's a pest in their country, but not in ours. In the beetle universe, any kinds of larvae is family to us because it's our world. It's a beetle universe you can rely on. So let's get back into the story. As I get the larvae from the compost pit, I quickly recognize that it is an oversight rhinoceros because number one, it doesn't have any hairs. It doesn't have any hairs. As you can see, the move of it is like an oversight rhinoceros. The headgear is dark brown, and as we can see, it's all moving and crawling. So, the question is, what am I gonna do to this larvae? He is quite lucky because I'm a beetle keeper and I saw him. I quickly grab him and quite check him a bit because I'm not that quite sure that it is an oversight rhinoceros, but as I have seen in the compost pit, I saw a dead beetle, and it is an oversight rhinoceros. But quite sad because I only found one larvae inside. But I saw a dead beetle. That's quite interesting. It only laid one egg. But in the wild, actually, oversight rhinoceros can lay up to 50 eggs per female. That's a lot of beetles, but I only found one. I don't know if that beetle comes from my another beetles, but I don't have an oversight rhinoceros. So I quickly grab a tub of sawdust, fermented sawdust, and I just put him inside because I want to see his reaction. As I put him inside, I'm gonna do a time lapse so you can see how happy he is diving into that substrate. So my plan is I'm gonna breed this one and make a Northside army. How cool is that? And guys, I've named it Oro. O-R-O. Oro for Orosites because I think he's the only one to survive in that compost soil. Quite sad. But I'll make it to the point. Okay, 2 weeks later, from the extraction of Oro in the compost soil, and I saw a big difference. I quickly grab him, put in my hands, of course, and I saw something. You can see that skin is quite dry. I saw the substrate, but the substrate is not dry. Yes, it is. You're right. It's nearly pupating. In 2 weeks, the larvae we found is just pupating. How awesome is that? How wonderful is that? See, it's moving around. It's quite cute, but he keeps biting my finger, so you see that it's biting me, but you can see the skin is quite dry because he is turning into a pupa. See, he's biting me. So the plan is get him into the adult shape, find another mate, another pair, another beetle, and make them breed, and we will make an Orosites army of this kind. So I quickly bring him back again to his love substrate, to his tub. You can see it's dry. You can see it's dry from the other form. probably it will take another 2 weeks or 1 week or 3 weeks, we don't know, for it to turn into a pupa. You can see he's digging down to his substrate again. As you can see in the top part, there are some pellets of him. He pooped it out because it tastes good. So I'm gonna bring him back. I use this kind of water bottle because I don't want to buy another plastic because it will be bad for the environment. I just use another plastic bottle, a 4-liter plastic bottle, and put him into his new home I called the Oro region. Yes, quite cringe, but I called it the Oro region. But we only have Oro 1 Oro site. Yeah, another 1 week later, and something has begun to happen. You know, I'm checking it, but I saw something weird. I saw something weird down in that bottle part. And yes, you've guessed it right, Beetle Universe. I think Oro turned into a pupa. How wonderful creature does that? It's kind of cute because from a larvae turned into a pupae. See, it's moving. I can't wait to see him to be adult and show him to the Beetle universe. It's quite exciting though, because from this larvae we saw in the compost soil that turned into another larvae. No, it's him. It's Oro. It's quite funny, or I'm happy with it, because in other places they're treated as a pest, but in our universe they are our friend. Are not just pet, of course. They are our friend. See him, his walk, he's crawling. See, he poop. Damn. But as you can see, this is an L3 size. From that size, a big size, he decreases into this size when he is nearly to pupate. Yeah, in all beetles, they also do that they decrease the size before they pupate. That is normal to them. So you can see this is the part of that he is ready to pupate, and 1 week later, just 1 week later, we saw him to pupate. So cute. As you can see also, there are mites inside. In this pupa chamber, there are mites also, because the mites is a friend to the beetle, because the mites clean other insects, or they keep the beetle clean. To be continued. Hello Beetle Universe. What a ride. What a story. If you like it, leave a like. Subscribe to our channel now so you can follow the stories of the beetle day by day. Thanks for watching. And hey, do you want to see Oro again? Just give us a like, and surely we will follow the story of Oro the Orocytes. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe!